Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the Mesa City Council study session for October the 21st. I will note that Councilmember Duff is traveling and unable to attend this meeting and is excused, and Vice Mayor Heredia is joining us virtually. Are you with us, Mr. Vice Mayor?
Yes.
All right, thank you very much. All other council members are present. Item 1 on our agenda for this meeting is to review the agenda for tonight's formal council meeting upstairs. I know we went over this on Thursday, but do we have some additional questions, Mr. Summers?
No, well, one question. 7A I asked to be removed, just a clarification, Jim, that's a introduction of the ordinance, correct?
Correct.
Okay, so I misread that. We could put that back on the consent agenda if there's no objection.
Okay, great. Kevin, did you catch that?
Which item?
7A?
7A will go back to being 6A probably, or whatever it was, 6B. I mean, yeah, so, I mean,
We'll leave it as 7A.
okay, yeah,
But he'll just read it as 7A.
all right. Oh, great. All right, thank you, Mr. Summers.
Mayor,
Yes.
just real quickly, an update. Item 3E, the
Yes.
applicant has withdrawn
Okay,
the application.
all right. So that was a liquor license recommended for denial, and they've withdrawn the application. Okay.
I have a question on that.
Yeah,
Can I ask?
of course.
Is that okay? Mark, I know you had your finger on the button. Did you have a question on this one?
On which one?
3E?
No.
The liquor license, yeah.
I was just curious, as I looked through the rules for denial, how the recommendation for denial, the reasons relate to the license application.
All right.
Anybody?
Leanne, here comes Leanne.
Welcome.
Thank you. So, good morning, or good evening, sorry, Mayor and Council. So this is my first time up here with this.
Introduce yourself,
It's at a
Leanne.
conference. My name is Leanne Cardenas. I'm the Assistant Director for Business Services. And with the liquor licenses, we do have the various reasons where we can deny. And this one particularly was denied because they did not have all the C of Os in place in our building area to actually operate at that location as what they were requesting for.
Certificate of occupancy,
Yes,
CEVO.
you're right. Sorry. Certificate of occupancy. So they have not met our standards to even operate in this manner,
And that's
whether
one of
they
the-
have a liquor or not. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Oh, and that's one of the 12 items for denial, reasons for denial?
Yes, but I don't have all
Okay.
those in front
Okay.
of me. I
I just wasn't
apologize.
seeing it, so I was just curious how those relate.
So they weren't authorized to be in the building in the first place.
Regardless of their business, they don't have a
can't.
certificate of
Yeah.
occupancy.
Okay.
Council,
That I get that, but,
Hold on,
The-
let the
the-
city attorney has it.
the number, the third,
Okay.
it took me a minute, I apologize, to get the third reason for
oh, there we go.
basis is evidence that all necessary licenses and permits have been obtained from the state and all other governing bodies.
Okay,
So
perfect. Thank
the-
you.
The third basis for denial was
All right,
Thank you.
thank you. Mr.
Thanks,
Freeman.
Leanne.
Thank you. You're welcome.
Mr. Freeman.
I know 6B is for introduction tonight, and I've been speaking with some of the residents in the area as well as the zoning attorney. And I told them that I'm going to introduce this tonight, and they have a couple of weeks to work on it. So we're all good there.
Okay. Sounds good. Council, any other questions regarding tonight's agenda? Mr. Brady, any additional staff information?
No, we
tonight?
had a good discussion on some of those other items already, so.
Okay. All right, moving on then.
I'm sorry,
Yes.
Mayor, I did have one question. I was noticing through a lot of these contracts that we allow annual renewals at 5% or CPI. I'm just curious why we're at 5%. Is that kind of the standard? I mean, because right now we're at about, CPI isn't it about 2.4, 2.7, but how does that work?
CPI, well, I don't know if that sounds pretty low to me. CPI 2.7%. The cost of inflation, I think, for a lot of these products is much higher than that.
Okay.
And remember, we're negotiating those terms can be pretty far, I mean, there could be 3 years ago when we're discussing that. So I think we try to look at inflation, not just as a consumer inflation generally, but we also look at the cost of that particular goods.
So have we been at 5% for quite some time, or has it been since probably?
I'd have to go, I don't want to say for
Oh,
some time, I'd have to go
the-
back and
okay.
check, yeah.
Okay.
But certainly for the last, 3 to 5 years of inflation, I'm sure that that's been pretty standard. It's probably, in negotiating with these vendors, that's probably been pretty
And
typical.
I assume it's the lower of the two, right? That language isn't in there, but 5% or CPI, whichever is lower, or?
I'd have to go look at the actual language to
Okay.
confirm that.
Okay, thank you.
Inflation rate last September was 2.4%. So
Right, but remember, there's
It's
a
coming
lot of
down.
indices of inflation.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, construction inflation would be 30%, right? And some products, chemicals, things that we're buying are 10%, 12%. So you kind of have to look at the specific of the product that you're buying, what that cost looks like. Because there's a lot of products that we're buying today, commodities that are double that easily
In the past, they've doubled,
in the last year or two, even, yeah.
and we've anticipated.
Yeah, but you're right.
This is going forward.
The fair question is, it shouldn't just be a default. It's something we
No.
should continue to look at at all
Yeah.
times, yes.
All right, thank you. All right, if there's nothing else regarding tonight's agenda, moving on, item 2 is current events and conferences attended. Council members, anything you'd like to share with us? Mr. Summers?
I'll mention one event because it's relevant to some of the planning that the city's doing. I went to the Mesa Chamber of Commerce, hosted Congressman Stanton, who came in, talked about relevant issues. One thing that I think foretells what's going to happen is a discussion on water, the lack of planning that the state has done for what's going to happen with the water. And I swore I heard him, I know we're looking at a CAP cut in water, which is part of why this council has continued to look at ways to extend our water portfolio, whether it's the exchange of water with GRIC at preferred rates, digging wells, all sorts of infrastructure projects that do cost money. But I swear he said, and maybe Councilmember Freeman can back me up, cuts anywhere of could be 25 to 50% of the CAP. Now that sounds high to me.
There will be cuts. I don't. remember
Yeah,
the
I agree,
percentages.
but I think it
We still have more water rights on the CAP than we
Right.
use.
and I think this city is better positioned for its water portfolio than almost any other city in the valley. I'll give us that credit. But clearly, the congressman was very concerned about what the water future is going to be from the CAP perspective. So whether he misspoke or I misheard him,
There's a cutback. I don't know.
there's,
We'll have to get back
there
to you
is
on
definitely
percentage.
going to be a
I don't
cutback
remember what-
to that. So that's one of the meetings I attended.
Is I think, about a 7,000 acre foot cutback for the city of Mesa. We are well prepared for that. So offset it with our well and other inventories.
We don't use all our CAP
Yeah.
allocation.
Correct.
But I think the conversation evolved into, that's why I asked him about, some federal assistance on drilling wells, because wells are about $6 million apiece, time you outfit them. And we decided not to have 5 wells over the next few years. That's a $30 million hit to our budget. So asked him to maybe find some money for that.
I agree. Thank you.
Okay.
Julie?
Yeah, so we, Thursday night was a really beautiful event. It was our Domestic Violence Awareness Night. Wanted to thank the departments that were involved in that. We had a beautiful choir from MCC that was there, and we also got to honor, I feel so bad, I can't remember her name, our employee that was killed. Anna Gomez, thank you, is that her name? I feel bad that I don't remember her name, but that was just a really neat thing to everyone to come together and honor her, and they played a video of pictures from her life, and it was really beautiful and an important thing to talk about and discuss and help people get the resources they need. Friday, I attended a ribbon cutting for Mail Shack on the corner of Higley and University. I think it's going to be a big hit over in that part of town. People will love to have that around the corner from them. Cute little couple owns it. Also on Friday, I attended the One Community Awards Luncheon. And One Community is a statewide organization that does some really important work around the state, but they gave Mayor Giles the 2024 Common Good Award. And so congratulations, Mayor, on that. And we clapped for him like 8 different times. It was kind of ridiculous.
Sorry.
But
I agree.
no, it was well deserved. So that was great to honor you. Sunday, several of us, bunch of employees were participating in the Phoenix Pride Parade. Thank you to everyone, especially I think Community Services is maybe who headed that up, but lots of work went into that. So thanks to everyone who participated. And then we also, Dia de los Muertos was this weekend. I haven't heard a number yet on our participants, but every year I feel like it just gets bigger and bigger and bigger. So at the closing ceremony last night, I've never seen that. This is my 4th year in a row doing it, and I haven't ever seen that many people there. It was really, really amazing. So thank you. Huge thanks to all of the people that participated in that. I don't know if Frankie wants to comment on the Dia de los Muertos, but thank you to all of the people that participated in that. So that's it for me.
Thank you. Frankie, I think you've been invited to comment on Dia de los Muertos, or is there anything else you'd like to comment on? Yes, we know you're on that committee. We'll come back to you, Frankie. Anything else, council?
I was out of town again.
I had the honor of driving my truck in the Mountain View High School Homecoming Parade, which was a lot of fun. And also, well, other than the things that have already been mentioned, that's what I did. All right, I think Frankie has left us, so we're probably not going to add anything.
I just was corrected that it's Ana Chavez was the name of the employee, so
Okay,
really close. I wanted to just make sure we honored her with her correct name. Thank you.
thank you for saying that, Julie. All right, council, if there's nothing else, Mr. Brady, what does our schedule of future meetings look like?
I can't believe, Mayor, you didn't talk about our joint presentation at ASU. I mean, of all the things you did this week, how was the?
That stands out, absolutely, Mr. Brady. Mr. Brady and I spoke to a class of MPA students at ASU this week, and it was actually a real good event. Talked about the council manager form of government and answered questions, and thank you for doing that with me, Mr. Brady.
Yeah, thank you. Just that our next council meeting will be our study session on October 24th. And it'll just be a study session, but we have several items to review with council. And this Saturday, there will be a haunting on Main Street, and downtown Mesa businesses will be handing out individually wrapped treats to costumed children from 11 to 2 p.m. Thank you.
That's this Tuesday, so it's not on October 31st, right?
Oh,
Yeah, I mean, it's not on Halloween, it's on.
no, I
yeah.
have, for some reason, mine says this Saturday. Is that correct?
Was it that,
Incorrect?
this Saturday? Because that's a big event, a lot of kids come out to that, so let's make sure we give them the right
Yeah.
date. Yeah,
I do have an event.
oh, tell us, yeah.
Maybe you're thinking of the haunted hangar on Saturday? Maybe not.
This says haunting on Main.
Okay. We do have on Saturday from 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. in District 5 at Falcon Field West World War II hangar, the first haunted hangar family event.
Oh,
So that will be fun too.
Haunted hangar,
Haunted
in one of the
hangar.
World War II hangars?
Yeah.
That would be very cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's great.
Trick-or-treaters are encouraged to join in their costumes.
that's great. Anna is going to tell us when the downtown event is.
So it's Saturday, October 26th on McDonald, Maine at 11 a.m.
Great.
11 to 2.
Okay, so it's this Saturday,
After the
right?
hangar event.
This Saturday after the hangar event,
From 11 to 2.
from 11 to 2. And that is a very popular event. A lot of kids will be on Main Street this Saturday. So from 11 to 2, if you're a parent or grandparent of some kids who are looking for a fun Halloween event, there's a couple for you. All right, council, if there's nothing else, is there a motion to adjourn this meeting? Thank you, Mr. Summers. All in favor, please say aye. Aye. Thank you. We are adjourned, and we will reconvene at 5:45 upstairs.
Yeah.